Feed me!
Some sort of magical barrier is preventing me from touching this. Some sort of magical barrier is preventing me from touching this. This lock has a mushroom, a zigzag, and a star on it. Greetings, Spelunker!
Please enter that infested cave over there and retrieve a crystal sample for me.
Greetings, wealthy citizen! I am... Oh, it's Rich Cabin!
Hello, friend of the rich.
What can I do for you, citizen?
You see, I have an ongoing competition with my arch nemesis, Derek Oil. I was featured in this magazine as the richest man in the land. And now it's time to savor Derek Oil's jealousy. If you happen to stumble across the swine, give him this magazine for me.
Sure, I'll deliver your magazine, Rich Cabin.
Haha, if I could frame this moment, I would.
Greetings again, Rich Cabin. So you want me to take your magazine to some guy?
Not just some guy, but my arch-rival, Derek Oil. He lives far to the north, in the drylands.
Where does Derek Oil live again?
He lives far to the north, in the drylands.
What can you tell me about cuisine?
I heard Grimtub was having troubles with his suppliers. You might want to talk to him up north.
What can you tell me about compassion?
Compassion is for the poor. Except for tax breaks.
What can you tell me about generosity?
Generosity is for the poor. Unless I can write it off.
Goodbye, Rich Cabin. Greetings, Spelunker!
Do you have any crystal samples for me yet?
Indeed! A dark forest crystal!
Sweet! See you at the next cave.
This lock, as Greetings, locksmith. I need you to forge me a new key.
You'll have to give me the key I already gave you first.
I agree. It's important to recycle.
All right. What does the lock look like?
It needs to have a mushroom and a zigzag and a star.
Oh, this should do the trick.
Some sort of magical barrier is preventing me from touching this. The lost and found is empty.
This is the statue of Walter the Clairvoyant. Walter always knew exactly what was going to happen to every man, woman, and child. Who they would marry, when they would die, and how they would spend their mundane lives. So, the villagers came to him, inquired about such things, and left with greater peace of mind. That is, until they began to hear things they did not want to hear. Stories of bloodshed, adultery, and the end of friendships. Failing to realize that such things would have happened regardless of Walter's predictions, the villagers gathered an angry mob late one evening and lynched poor Walter to death. Walter, of course, knew this was going to happen and was therefore prepared. So he braced himself for the inevitable with a smile on his lips. The villagers, on the other hand, spent the rest of their lives shrouded in perpetual confusion. This is the village spent. This is the statue of Lucy the Charitable. Lucy was a goddess so generous that she'd give anything she owned to anyone who asked. Food, clothes, widgets, you name it. She soon became known throughout her home village as the Mother of the Poor. Later on, however, word traveled about her superhuman generosity, and soon people from other villages began to travel to her home and ask for stuff. Of course, she could never say no. Eventually, the poor had taken so much from Lucy that she no longer had anything left to give. Hungry as they were, they began to eat her alive. Yes, even the bones. The poor then realized that without Lucy's generosity, they would have to either learn to fend for themselves or starve to death. Naturally, they starved to death. This is the statue of Albert the Powerful. Albert's superhuman strength was a much sought-after commodity to humans. Whenever something heavy required lifting, a boulder, a tree, a house, even a mountain, Albert would do so without question. One day, a group of villagers decided to ask Albert for a special favor. They were cold, so they wished for him to move the earth closer to the sun. Naturally, Albert obliged. As it turned out, the earth was heavier than anything Albert had lifted before, and this made him immediately collapse of exhaustion and die. Hence, from this day forward, humans had no choice but to live with their physical weaknesses. This is the statue of Beatrice the Attractive. Beatrice was the most beautiful of all the gods and goddesses, and every man and woman on earth reveled in her magnetic charm. To celebrate Beatrice's beauty, a group of villagers built a statue in her honor. For 9 years, they slaved away at it, using only the finest materials. Finally, it was time for the grand unveiling. As soon as the cover was removed, an unearthly wail sounded from the sky. Beatrice, as it turned out, was not pleased with her statue. The villagers had made her nose just a little bit crooked. Sure, it was only a tiny mistake, but it was enough of a mistake for Beatrice to keel over and die of shock, thus forcing humans to search for beauty elsewhere for the remainder of eternity. This is the statue of Susan the Melodious. Susan had the sweetest, most beautiful singing voice in existence. It was so beautiful that it made flowers bloom and birds twitter happily, and all the villagers loved it. That is, until a traveling rock and roll band came to the village and instilled in its inhabitants a desire for louder, harsher music. So, they built guitars and drums and made noise with them all the livelong day. Susan, in the meantime, found herself forced to sing louder and louder to compensate for the noise, until, one day, she lost her voice. When this happened, the flowers stopped blooming and the birds stopped twittering, and without her previous sense of purpose, Susan withered away and died. The villagers unfortunately didn't notice because they were too busy banging heads in the mosh pit.
Greetings, monk. What exactly are you guarding, monk?
This is the Mother Mary Josephine Teresa, Henrietta Maria Catalina Alexandra, Melina Georgina Patricia Lolita, Armada Ramada Piranha Gonorrhea, Margarita Senorita Ballerina, Bacteria Cafeteria, etc., etc., Sanctuary for the Wounded.
Sanctuary? Finally, the wounded have a protected habitat to call their own.
We tend to the gravely injured. We do not breed them.
Who is this Mary Josephine whatever person you mentioned?
She has the kindest eyes and warmest heart. Even her kidneys are radiant. She has dedicated her life to helping those in need and providing a positive societal influence.
Why don't you step aside and let me in?
Only those gravely injured and near death may enter.
Let me through. I have business with your leader.
Visitors are not permitted inside the sanctuary.
But I am DeathSpank, hero to the downtrodden.
Only those gravely injured and near death may enter.
I should get...
Peace. This be a trick, but thus... Halt! The sanctuary is off limits to anyone who isn't near death. By the gracious gravy of heaven, you're wounded! Quick, you must come inside so that we may tend to you.
I don't ever want to have to tell you two again. You are not to walk on the grass with bare feet.
With all due respect, Reverend Mother,
For the love of all that is holy, what part of it disrupts the pH balance don't you understand?
But, we apologize, oh compassionate one. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't, because next time there will be eternal pain and torment involved. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have yoga exercises to attend to.
I don't know, Brother Darren. I'm still not entirely comfortable with the idea.
Oh, don't be such a coward, Brother Dennis. The greater shame would be to waste such a lovely day sweltering in these robes.
Greetings, holy men. Trouble in paradise, I see.
I was merely suggesting to Brother Dennis here that we go for a short, unrobed swim in the lake, considering that it is indeed a very hot day and all.
And I was suggesting to Brother Darren that such a notion would be entirely inappropriate. We, men of the cloth, are obligated to conduct ourselves with modesty and dignity.
But it's not like anyone's going to see us.
The gods and goddesses can always see us, and believe me, we've nothing worth seeing.
A skinny dip in the lake does sound like fun.
See, Brother Dennis? It's not just me.
What is this world coming to? Have you no shame at all?
Why don't you just go swimming in your robes?
Absolutely not. Everyone will know what we've been up to if we stroll in here all soaking wet.
They do take forever to dry, you see.
There's no need to be so uptight about nudity. Well, you know, the gods and goddesses made you that way. So what's the big deal?
Exactly my point. We're recommuning with nature.
That is a valid point, but I still do feel a strong sense of discomfort with the idea.
Is swimming really less comfortable than just standing here?
What do you mean?
Think of it this way. Would you rather feel the cool, pleasant embrace of water all around you? Or would you rather stand out here in the scorching sun in those heavy robes?
Well...
You are starting to smell somewhat offensive.
Fine. I'll go.
Last one in is a logical thinker.
Imagine there's no gravity. It's easy if you fall. The gods and goddesses are in all of us, and all of us are gods and goddesses. The gods and goddesses are in make chaste and holy love, not war. What is the sound of one castanet clicking? Imagine there's no gravity. It's easy if you fall. Peace be upon you, brother.
Greetings, monk. I need to see that Mother Maria etc. lady. What do I need to do to get an appointment with her?
Well, just give me a minute and I'll check for you.
That looks way too good to drop. Greetings, soldier. Look upon these giant teeth which I present to you.
Wow, I can't believe you just carry those around. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to standing here and sporadically shooting at nothing.
Great.
Thanks for your help. Who knows what would have happened if those orcs recruited those pips?
Greet. Goodbye. Greetings. Greetings, Lucy.
Do you have any news of my father?
Not yet. Goodbye. Greetings again, male nurse. Behold, all the healing you could ever need.
I don't think you understand the scale of the problem, but thanks, hero.
Greetings. Can you heal me?
Well, since the lawsuit, but I can give you something to administer. Here you go.
Goodbye. Greetings.
Shush!
I need a new library card.
Lost your card? Why am I not surprised? Whatever. What was your name again?
William Shakespeare.
And your date of birth?
October 25th.
Your library card is complete, such that it is. I read... Self-improvement? Are you sure you'll take just the one? Look who figured out the Dewey Decimal System.
Great. So, what did Mother Mary Teresa blah 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 say?
I'm sorry, but she is booked solid for the next 5 years.
Great. I really need to see Mother What's-Her-Face. It's urgent.
Fine, I'll check again. Our gentle and pious Mother Superior created this heavenly sanctuary. Our gentle and pious Mother Superior created this heavenly sanctuary. I am one with the universe.